Food, it's something we need every single day, but it's also something far more profound than just calories and nutrients. It's a symbol of who we are, a statement of where we come from, a reflection of what we believe. Across the globe, from the bustling kitchens of ancient civilizations to the quiet dining tables of today, food has always held meaning. It has served as a marker of identity, differentiating tribes, religions, castes, and communities. The way we prepare it, the way we eat it, and even what we're allowed to eat, all carry hidden codes, deeply embedded in our history and culture. Food is ritual. From sacred offerings placed at temples to meals shared during ceremonies, from the fasts that cleanse the spirit to the feasts that celebrate life, what we consume is often tied to something higher, something divine. And in many cases, it's not just about what we eat, but what we refuse to eat. Food is power. The power to define a community, to enforce boundaries, to govern behavior, and sometimes, to control others. Throughout history, cultures have drawn invisible lines around certain foods, declaring them forbidden, untouchable, unclean, or taboo. But these weren't arbitrary decisions. These taboos emerged from complex webs of belief, environment, health, and hierarchy. They served as survival strategies, spiritual safeguards, and social tools. And over time, they became laws, legends, and lifelong lessons, passed from one generation to the next. In this episode, we're diving deep into this fascinating world. We'll explore the historical roots of food taboos, from ancient texts to tribal traditions, the religious and cultural laws that transformed food into symbols of morality and meaning. And finally, we'll look at how these ancient ideas still shape our modern diets, our global food systems, and even our identities in today's hyper-connected world. So grab a seat at the table, because this story is about much more than what's on your plate. It's about why it's there, or why it's not. Here's a question for you. What's the strangest food taboo you've ever heard of? Or maybe one that you personally follow? Is it something your culture avoids? A dish your family never serves? Or maybe something you stumbled across while traveling that made you go, wait, people eat that? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to see how diverse and fascinating our food beliefs really are around the world. And hey, if you've ever found yourself wondering why certain foods are forbidden, off limits, or even feared, go ahead and hit that like button. It lets us know you're just as curious about the hidden meanings behind what we eat. Oh, truly understand food taboos, we have to travel far back in time, to the earliest chapters of human history.
Long before we built cities or carved temples, we were nomads, hunter-gatherers navigating wild landscapes, surviving off whatever we could find. In those days, the stakes were high. Eating the wrong plant, or an animal that carried disease, could mean the difference between life and death. Food wasn't just sustenance, it was a gamble. So early humans developed rules, warnings, stories. They began to avoid certain animals, certain parts of a plant, or specific ways of preparation. Sometimes these decisions came from observation. This animal always made us sick. Other times, they were about protecting scarce resources. Let's not eat these fish during breeding season, so we have more later. What started as practical survival strategies soon took on deeper meaning. As societies evolved and spiritual systems emerged, these food-related practices were woven into the very fabric of belief. The things we once avoided out of caution became wrapped in the language of the sacred. These were no longer just preferences or precautions. They became taboos, moral boundaries drawn by the divine, reinforced by culture, and passed down like sacred inheritance. Eating or avoiding certain foods wasn't just a matter of health anymore. It was a matter of purity, piety, and identity. From the ancient tribes of Africa to the river valleys of Mesopotamia, from indigenous communities to early agrarian kingdoms, every society developed its own system of what was clean and unclean, holy and forbidden. These food taboos helped shape civilizations, influencing how people saw the natural world and their place within it. And even now, thousands of years later, echoes of those ancient choices still linger in what we eat, or choose not to eat, today. Food taboos aren't just about what's healthy or practical. They are deeply entwined with religion and the way we view the world around us. Take, for instance, the forbidden pork in Judaism and Islam. It's not just a matter of preference or taste, it's rooted in centuries of sacred laws and divine commands. In the Torah and the Quran, pork is often linked with impurity, considered unfit for consumption because of its association with cleanliness, both physical and spiritual. But this isn't simply about hygiene. It's a reflection of a larger worldview, one that sees purity as integral to a person's connection with the divine. On the flip side, in Hinduism, cows are considered sacred. The reverence stems from ancient texts like the Rig Veda, which speaks of the cow as a symbol of life and non-violence. In many Hindu communities, cows are not slaughtered. They are valued for their ability to provide milk, sustenance, and even labor. This belief reflects an intricate understanding of life, sustainability, and spiritual harmony with nature. But these aren't isolated cases. Across religions and cultures, food laws and taboos often go beyond physical needs. They connect to ideas about the soul, morality, and divinity. In Buddhism, for example, the practice of vegetarianism stems from the belief in ahimsa, or non-violence, while in some indigenous cultures, food taboos stem from a deeply spiritual relationship with animals and the land. As we delve into ancient scriptures, temple practices, and regional interpretations, we begin to see a clearer picture. Food is more than what fills our stomachs. It's a reflection of our beliefs, our understanding of the divine, and how we view our place in the world. Every restriction, every sacred plate, tells a story of cultural identity and spiritual connection. And these stories, passed down for centuries, continue to shape our diets and our minds today. As we've seen, food taboos have deep spiritual and cultural roots, but they've also been shaped by power and politics. In fact, some of the most significant food taboos in history were created not by religious leaders or ancient traditions, but by colonial rulers looking to divide societies and maintain control. During the age of imperialism, food was weaponized as a tool of social division. Ruling powers used food taboos to establish hierarchies, elevating their own diets and demonizing the food choices of the indigenous people they sought to control. The foods that were seen as civilized and proper were often those brought by colonial powers. Meanwhile, traditional foods, those that had been consumed for centuries by local populations, were often viewed as primitive or barbaric. In colonized India, for example, the British saw cow worship and the refusal to consume beef as a symbol of backwardness, and sought to impose a westernized, meat-eating diet. In Africa, colonial forces used food as a way to disrupt local agricultural practices, replacing indigenous crops with cash crops for export, all while imposing foreign food norms that reinforced racial distinctions. Food wasn't just sustenance anymore, it became an instrument of control. Through these tactics, colonial powers didn't just reshape the physical land, they reshaped the very idea of what was acceptable to eat, entrenching class systems and cultural subjugation. But the story of food taboos doesn't end there. Fast forward to the modern world, and we're witnessing a new wave of food taboos emerging, not from religious texts or colonial impositions, but from our very own modern-day concerns. In our time, new taboos are forming around processed foods, especially as we become more aware of their long-term effects on our health. Lab-grown meat, once seen as a futuristic marvel, is now a subject of intense ethical debate. People are questioning not just the sustainability of factory farming, but also the morality of eating something that was never truly alive. And of course, there's a rising focus on environmental ethics. From plant-based diets to the vegan movement, more and more people are turning to food choices that align with their values about the planet, animal rights, and climate change. Just as with colonial food impositions, food is once again being used as a way to define culture, shape identities, and draw moral lines. Are we witnessing the birth of a new, global food code? One that reflects our growing awareness of the environment, health, and ethics. The answer might lie in the food choices we make today, and the taboos we will adopt in the future. At first glance, food taboos might seem strange, even outdated. They can feel like arbitrary rules that don't make much sense in our modern world. But if we take a step back and dig a little deeper, we start to uncover something much more profound. Food taboos are not just rules about what we can or cannot eat. They are a reflection, a mirror, that shows us what a society values, what it fears, and what it hopes for. Behind every food restriction lies a complex web of beliefs, traditions, and cultural narratives. From the choices that connect us to the divine, to the foods that reinforce social boundaries, each taboo tells a story about who we are, where we come from, and where we're going. By understanding these taboos, we gain a powerful lens into the very heart of history. We uncover layers of identity and beliefs that may seem distant, but are still alive in the food we eat today. Food is not just something we consume, it's something we inherit, something we carry with us across time and space. So the next time you sit down to a plate of food, take a moment to ask yourself, why do I eat this? And just as importantly, why don't I eat that? What's behind that choice? What history, what culture, what belief system has shaped it? If this video sparked your curiosity, and you're eager to explore more food journeys through time, hit that subscribe button. Join us as we continue to unravel the fascinating stories hidden in every bite. Because history isn't just something we read about in books, it's something we eat. At first glance, food taboos might seem strange, even outdated. They can feel like arbitrary rules that don't make much sense in our modern world. But if we take a step back and dig a little deeper, we start to uncover something much more profound. Food taboos are not just rules about what we can or cannot eat. They are a reflection, a mirror, that shows us what a society values, what it fears, and what it hopes for. Behind every food restriction lies a complex web of beliefs, traditions, and cultural narratives. From the choices that connect us to the divine, to the foods that reinforce social boundaries, each taboo tells a story about who we are, where we come from, and where we're going. By understanding these taboos, we gain a powerful lens into the very heart of history. We uncover layers of identity and beliefs that may seem